Joining us now on the show is Steve Greenberg. He is the attorney for the accused killer, Drew Peterson, who's now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Mr. Greenberg, first of all, thank you for being with us. I know you're in the middle of the trial, so thank you so much. I know, and I said this at the top, Drew has always maintained his innocence. What is his mood now as it's finally going to trial, and what's your sense of where this case is headed?
Well, his mood is fine because he's been locked up for 3+ years waiting for this day. And just as the family, the Doman family and Savio family want this day, so does he, because he has been locked up for what was an accident. The original coroner's jury found it was an accident. The medical examiner found it was an accident. It is an accident. The evidence is it's an accident. And so his mood is fine because he sees the light at the end of the tunnel finally after all this time.
Mr. Greenberg, what does he make of the fact that these other medical examiners came back years later and they exhumed the body, gave it maybe, as far as a lot of people are saying, a thorough look, a more thorough look than before, and then they said, well, wait a minute, this now looks like a homicide. This looks like X. And some of the things that came out from the prosecution today, too, in terms of where the bruises were, the position of the feet. Are you saying that sort of these medical examiners were bunk?
Well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the evidence because that'll be played out in the courtroom, but I can tell you that they exhumed this body and they learned basically nothing from exhuming the body. The people who are going to testify primarily looked at photos from the original autopsy because by the time they exhumed the body, there were issues with the integrity of the body and some water in the casket and so forth. And so they couldn't really draw conclusions from it in decomposition. But they looked back at the original photos. Now, the reason that there are so many medical examiners is because they get different opinions. They're like any other doctors. 2 doctors can look at the same thing and have 2 different opinions.
Steve Greenberg, attorney for Drew Peterson. Did you give your client some instructions? Hey, look, no mucking it up. You got to be more serious. You got to put on the best face to the jury.
Well, he's a 30-year police officer. He knows what a jury trial is all about. But let me correct something that you keep saying and everyone keeps saying, that she drowned in a dry bathtub. A drowning means that you got water in your lungs. There was water in that bathtub.
Actually, Steve, what we said was we said she was found. We said she was found in a dried bathtub, and that is correct that she was found, and that's one of the questions, and you know that.
Right, she was found in a dry bathtub, but there's no doubt that there was water in there at some point, and there's no doubt that she drowned. And they keep saying staged.